your fist to the air. Tunes brothers everywhere. Rockin' loud, feel the sound. Tunes brothers smashing ground. Whoa, rebels with guitars in hand. Raise your fist. Raise your fist.
Okay, welcome into Tunes Brothers. Feels like it's been a month. Darren, Dave, and Scotty, what's up, guys?
Well, good here. How are you going?
Scotty, did you get a sunburn out there on your vacation?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it took me about a day and a half, damn near 2 days just to get straightened out, man. I don't know why the hell they call it a vacation, because you come back, you're worn the fuck out,
Yep.
But I had fun, man. We had a great time, so it's worth it.
Especially at your age, Scott.
Yeah, trying to keep up with things.
I saw your picture of you and your daughter, and I was going to put a little caption on there saying, "Dad, please put a shirt on."
Thank you, man. Them waves, dude. I can't do the waves like I used to, man. We was out there wrestling them for a while, but when they pick you up and body slam you about 2 or 3 times, dude, I'll talk to you later, son. I'm gonna go lay in the sun. Oh, but anyway, yeah, man. Yeah, we had fun, dude. I want to say glad to be back, but damn, I'd stay down.
Well, some things never change.
Yes.
No.
Internet quality is still shitty.
All right, what do we got going on here, Dave?
Tonight we're doing Journey, a band we haven't done yet. I'm not a huge Journey fan. I think Darren's probably the biggest one here. But I really do like this album. Number 1 US album, 10 million units sold. So this was a big deal back in the day. So it'll be interesting to see what everyone's thoughts are in 2025.
Darren.
Yeah, I've never hid the fact that Journey was one of my gateway bands into my love for music. It's not a band that I go back and listen to a ton these days anymore, but I do own this album. It is something that I do go back to. This album I do listen to often enough. I think it's a great AOR album. There are a couple of rockin' songs on here, in my opinion. They're obviously, I think they're more known for their slower stuff or mid-tempo stuff, but they also have a couple of anthems to their repertoire. Great musicians. I think this album was wonderfully written, and they all contribute one way or another in this album. I've enjoyed listening to this album frequently, since we decided to do it. So
it's funny because you said AOR, yet it was ranked 24th greatest heavy metal alternative rock album of all time.
What?
Yeah, I don't know how that happens, right? And I think there's obviously some contention there, because to me, it's definitely not in that vein by any means. I think they got some, and it's not like they've called themselves a heavy metal band, but
Dear Lord,
when other people have tried doing that, and then critics come in there and call them posers. Hey, all they do is put out the music. They're not the ones saying, hey, this is going to be heavy metal, right? So
any of these people who called them heavy metal in whatever list you just said have to be the same idiots that said Jethro Tull was heavy metal band of the year,
right?
There is nothing even remotely hard rock about Journey, let alone heavy metal. Please, that is sacrilege. You back in, Scott?
obviously Neil,
Yeah,
Sean.
I'm trying a different area, you know, because you was telling me about where I was at, and so I'm trying a different, you know, room in the house or whatever. Hell, I'll go outside if I fucking have to. But anyway, yeah, I'm back.
Yeah. To your point, Darren, I don't know exactly where you're going with it, but yes, Neil Schon can play heavy metal guitar. That doesn't make him a heavy metal band.
No,
No chance.
I'm not saying that Journey is heavy metal by any means. I'm just saying he's proven that he can do it, but that doesn't mean that Journey was heavy metal. Like I said, it's a great AOR album, but
all right, Scott, how was your bout with this? He's gonna sit there and look at me then, Scott, or
you got Tourette's or what?
2025, Scott.
Yeah. Realize how touch up with Journey music overall. You know, this album is, if you guys can't hear me, I can go back to the original room, man, if it's worse here. Is that what the problem is?
Now I can hear you, but there you go.
And then he's gone.
I am the modern man. Secret, secret. I've got a secret.
So who the hell called this band heavy metal, Dave?
It was Kerrang. Obviously, some kind of magazine.
No wonder that magazine was never big in this country.
I'm glad I brought it up because it gave us something to talk about.
Yeah, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. You couldn't find a bigger poster child of 80s pop rock than Journey. I Was Made for Loving You makes any Journey song. I mean, any Journey song makes I Was Made for Loving You sound like death metal. I mean, give me a break.
I always used to laugh when Bon Jovi were put in the heavy metal category too. So.
Oh, God, no. Hell no. That's why I took exception with the whole hair metal thing. First of all, heavy metal dates back to the 60s, right? They all had long hair. So what do you mean hair metal? Okay, Led Zeppelin, all these guys had long hair. Hair metal is the stupidest thing ever. But when they all got long as metal anyway, was ridiculous because, like you said, Bon Jovi was, yeah, we know you got a physique, but you don't need to freeze on it. All right. You good?
Let me go get my lawyer. Yeah, it seems like I do better in here than I'm going to that.
Can you get R2D2 to help translate for you, C3PO?
Yeah, can you do subtitles?
Can I who?
Do subtitles for Scotty.
I don't even think AI could understand.
Well, they might put up some interesting things.
Maybe just lower the camera and just do push-ups for the whole show while we talk.
Hey, Rob, I was going to ask you a question.
My question?
I was going to ask you a question.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Where's Louis tonight?
Okay, here's the thing. I was going to wait till Scott could hear this. Okay, there he is. I had the most bizarre phone call shortly after we announced this show last week saying, did you check my email? Or I said, no, I haven't checked it yet. And he proceeded to go off and explain to me how he was refusing to do this video because he couldn't stand anything on it. He thought it was basically a terrible album. And get this, Steve Perry's voice is annoying. I don't think I would have ever heard Steve Perry's name with annoying voice in the same sentence in my life.
Definitely not.
I don't understand why Louis won't. Okay, then trash it, man. We all do it. It's fun, right? I mean, but for some reason he has a hard time coming on when he doesn't like an album at all. I prefer those for myself, but that's just me.
Especially when you know everyone else likes it.
Yeah, right. That's even more fun. I'm not even going to wait here for Scott. This is getting tedious here. I I'm going to give my take on it. Never heard a whole Journey album in my entire life. There's several bands like that where I've really liked their music, but for whatever reason, just never thought to. Maybe because Journey had so many songs that it didn't seem necessary. There was never a shortage of good Journey tunes. So I didn't know how this was going to go at all. Turns out they are the pop Van Halen, at least with this album. Meaning that beyond the 4 or 5 released hits on here, the rest is absolute fucking garbage. I don't even mean just average. I mean fucking unlistenable garbage, just like Van Halen. I was shocked to my core. I never, ever. I mean, there's great vocalists. Danny Vaughan. We love Danny Vaughan. Do I like all their songs? No, but they're okay. I am going to side with Louis. The songs that were not released on here were so fucking bad. And it was number one because of Steve Perry. He's got zero fucking business trying to sting like Steelheart or Striper or these guys with the ultimate high register. He sounds like complete garbage. Neil Schon was right out of Eddie Van Halen and all these other douchebag guitarists throwing in loud, obnoxious fucking guitar work throughout the song. Fine, have your masturbation solo, pat yourself on the back, we're happy for you. But when you're going to do it throughout the song, it just makes a song become a cluster fucking noise. There was no rhythm, no harmony, no nothing, no reason, no direction behind any of these other songs. But more than anything, I never thought I would say Steve Perry's voice not only annoyed me, grated on my fucking nerves. He cannot sing high, cannot do it, should never attempt doing it. I don't know if this is the only album he did it on, but my God, I can see now that there are great bands like Kiss and several others who have deep cuts. And then there's Journey, Van Halen, and some of these other schmoes who have great songs, but if it wasn't released, it don't exist. That's just my take. So I was shocked. I didn't know what to expect going in. Now I know I'm happy I didn't waste my time over the years checking out their non-released songs. That's what makes Kiss so awesome. So awesome, because they may have a stinker here or there, or maybe even a shabby album. But for the most part, their unreleased stuff is every bit as good, if not better than the released stuff. That's my bone with Van Halen. That was this album. Absolutely fucking horrible.
Just glad you liked it.
Yes. Hey, but on the positive side, they did have like 4 releases on here, so it's at least half a good album, right?
Well, I mean, it's different. You said Louis. Louis wouldn't do it because he didn't like anything on this album.
Yeah, well, that is ridiculous because there are at least 3 of the 4 that I consider good songs were huge radio hits. So, which I guess doesn't mean anything because there's been plenty of horrible radio songs, but those 3 songs are epic.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You can't touch this being one of them.
Yes.
I can't stand this song.
We will go ahead and I'll just get it rolling. If Scott gets his shit together, he can, whatever. I'm done fighting the machine there. I've got Lay It Down. Holy shit. Thank God Rat put out a song that actually was listenable with that title. He was trying to be a hair metal guy. That's the only way I can explain it. And it was fucking horrible with a lame chorus. And this is the one where the leads were all over the fucking place. It's like he was auditioning for a band trying to showcase his talent, and it just annoyed me. So that's my number 10. Lay It Down.
Okay. Well, like you, I don't think I'd ever really listened to a whole album. I had Journey's Greatest Hits, which is a great listen. But I had Stone in Love as my number 10, which I think was released in the UK. Don't think it was released here. It's, a bit like you said, some of the songs in this album are just a bit, they're okay, but they're nothing. It doesn't bother me if I don't hear it again. for me, it's like probably a 5 and up. But yeah.
All right, Darren's sitting with that you guys are fucking idiots grin on his face. So
No, I mean, again, to each their own. I get it. Like I said, I don't think this is a perfect album by any means. There's strong songs in my opinion. The ones I consider to be strong, I think are very strong on this album, and the other half isn't as good. But this is an album that I could put on and listen to all the way through and not be offended by anything. But my number 10 is the song Mother Father. I think it's got beautiful piano. For me, the one thing that kind of, if there's one thing about this album that kind of gets to me a little bit, and it's not a huge deal, is that this album does have a lot of slower songs on it, and this happens to be the longest song on the album, and that's what probably turned me off about this song. But like I said, I think it's got a great piano, but it is my number 10, Mother Father.
everything you just said just outlines how stupid that Kerrang was for calling this band heavy metal. You just said a lot of slow songs. I mean, piano.
There's a lot of ballads, right? I mean when you look at it,
you're talking about piano, keyboards, slow songs. None of that equates to a heavy metal band. I don't know what a garbage magazine. I've never even looked at it.
Because you have Mother, Father, Open Arms.
Hey, I'm trying to get on my other phone, man, and it's not letting me in on my other one for some reason. It's saying I'm backstage.
Are you under the wrong fucking code?
No, I'm on the same code that you've always sent. Right?
I don't know what you got.
I mean, it's the same code, right?
Well, you're fine right now. Just don't move.
Well, I'm just saying, okay, well, if it's fine, then I'll go with it. But I'm telling you, this phone here, this your phone with this internet, it just, I don't know why it's doing this, man. Hell, I'm going to have to move. But I'm going to not move whenever I'm here.
All right, finish your thought, Darren.
No, like I said, there's at least 5 songs on here that are slow tempo, mid to slow. At least 5. So how this album gets ranked, what did you say, 24th in heavy metal by Kerrang?
Yep.
I don't get it. I don't get that aspect, but anyway, that was my thought.
All right, so that was number 10 for all of us, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, Scott, try your best to keep it short in case your phone starts C3POing out here.
Yeah, I'm going to. Hold on.
I really should get paid for this.
I know the magazine you don't like only gave it a 2.5 star ranking, so.
Rolling Stone?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, I agree with him this time.
I thought you might.
I can't tell you. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. It was, I couldn't even believe. It was like it was a Steve Perry band before he joined Journey, and he was just trying to, get his wings under him. I don't know how the hell those fucking 4 songs came off this album. I will never know.
I know.
Much like Van Halen. Like I said, it's much like Van Halen. You're thinking, oh my God, these 2 songs to start the album are amazing. And then
you took the words out of my fucking mouth. I was going to say that.
Thank you. Give me your take on it now.
This is to Van Halen for y'all. This is what this is for me. And there's 4 songs on this sumbitch that are fucking fantastic, but the rest of it is a pile of shit. I've never even heard these songs before. I've never listened to probably a whole Journey album. I've always had their greatest hits. Damn. What did they do? Make these 4 fantastic fucking songs and then just mix up a bunch of shit and throw on here? The hell, they don't even sound the same. You're overdosing with piano and synthesizer on some bitches, and he's trying to speed sing on some of them. And it's I don't know what the hell, dude. The The songs that are good though are fucking great, but the songs that ain't are shit. That's my take on it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So what's your number 10?
Number 10 for me is Jesus Christ, Dead or Alive. Holy shit, man. You talking about all over the place, dude. I've never heard these songs, man.
Me
The
either.
only songs that I've ever heard are the ones that we know on here. But Dead or Alive, it's shit. I didn't like none of it. I tried to listen to this thing twice and damn near couldn't make it through.
Yeah, I didn't make it through twice. Louis is going to be smiling ear to ear while watching this, feeling very vindicated. So number 9 for me is the aforementioned by Darren, Mother, Father, Sister, Cousin, Aunt Jemima, just fucking awful is my notes. What the fuck was he? Mother, Father, my neighbor's dog, mailman. What kind of fucking drugs was he smoking? This is a terrible fucking written song, horrible lyrics. I could have easily adapted Darren's fucking numbering system for the fucking 10 through 5, all being tied for the fucking worst. So there you go. Dave.
Well, I'll try not to pile as much hate on as Rob's doing. So number 9 is your number 10, which is Lay It Down. Once again, I got my notes. It's just a bleh song. So yeah, I'm a bit like you guys. It's an album of two halves. It's I don't know whether they did it on purpose or they just rang out really, really good songs. But I think what this album would have been like if they could have, did the first 3 or 4 great songs and done another 3 or 4 great songs, this would have been an album everyone was talking about for centuries. So,
I mean, I'm in shock because Journey was one of those bands where I just assumed when they got out of bed could just put out a top 40 hit. Apparently, that's just not the fucking case at all. I mean, they must have spent all of their fucking time and energy on a handful of songs per album and just mailed the rest of the shit in. Like I said, Van Halen's the best goddamn analogy I can give. Scott, number 9.
Number 9 for me is, and it damn sure ain't got nothing to do with rap. Lay It Down. Holy shit.
Ding, 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 ding.
Fucking horrible, man. Look, I don't. Like I said, I'm as starstruck as you guys is because all I've ever heard is Journey's what everybody else has heard. And pretty much everything that you've heard or the videos you've seen are fucking fantastic. Those songs are absolutely great, in my opinion. This right here is just thrown together. And how quick do you think this album was thrown together? I mean, look, they put 4 songs in a row, bro, instead of spreading them out on the fucking album. They did put one at the end, but I just wonder if they were putting them on there as they wrote the damn things. I don't know. It sucks. Lay It Down. 50-50 bag on this. 60-40, whatever on this album.
I noticed that right away, with the exception of Open Arms being last. And by the way, never close an album with a ballad. But besides that stupid move there, it was like, why are you piling all your hits in a row here? You are setting the rest of the album up for epic fucking fail. Anyway, Darren, number 9.
Number 9 is the song Dead or Alive. This one is kind of all over the place for me. Again, I definitely don't dislike this album as much as I guess the rest of you do. I know Dave is kind of taking it easy on it, not criticizing it too much. But yeah, I mean, again, I do agree with the fact that there are songs that just aren't as good. And yeah, I think the first few songs on the album did set the rest of it up for failure. But number 9 is Dead or Alive.
Sorry, I have to take care of some work, real life.
And you guys want to give mob rule shit?
Not anymore. This is equally
I
as
would
well.
never. I love that album.
Had Mob Rules had 4 songs I liked, it would be a slam dunk better than this, because at least Dio has a metal voice. I don't know what the fuck or who told Steve Perry he could sing high pitch, but he can't. Just because you
give Mob Rules a big fucking fat F.
Just because you can reach the octave doesn't mean you know how to deliver it. And Steve Perry does not have a fucking clue how to be heavy metal.
The good thing is, Scotty, is because Rob and Darren like Dio so much, I've actually got Holy Diver coming up at some stage. So
Yeah.
That's all right. I got plenty of hate to go around.
Over the last 2 lines.
Okay, so number 8 for me, someone has said this. I think it was Scotty, Dead or Alive, Not Wanted, Dead or Alive, which is overrated, but a great song. This is just garbage. And that's all I got to say about it. I get annoyed just thinking that Steve Perry put his name to this garbage or his voice.
well, ring the bell, because at number 8, I also have Dead or Alive. My notes say AC/DC with piano.
That's a good day. Yeah, that's a good way to put that, man.
Oh, Scotty, number 8.
Number 8 is Keep On Running, and this is the songs that I consider these 3. Now, I ain't got much good to say about a few of the other ones, but these 3 right here were pure shit to me. I did not like nothing about these 3 songs at all. Nothing. Keep On Running, man. Yeah, man. These songs here, I even have the ballads higher than these songs because they were so erratic. I mean, literally, they were. If this would have had the tone of Megadeth or something like that, which Megadeth is good that way, they're not. And like you said, Steve Perry's he could have, let me put it that way, a metal voice. But with synthesizers and piano and this kind of tempos just jumping around, man, it just didn't sound good to me. So, yeah, Keep On Running, number 8.
J-Ron.
I think the rest of you have already talked about this. Maybe Dave hasn't, but Lay It Down is my number 8.
Yeah, I had it number 9.
Okay. So you guys have already crapped on it enough. I'll just leave it at that. Lay it down.
You're laying down, are you, Darren?
Yeah.
Number 7, the title track, Escape. I expect heavy synth with Journey. I do. But this was your like dance pop sounding keyboard on this song. It wasn't even a rock synth. And to make things even worse on this song, it was so generic. It ended up sounding like just some random soundtrack song for a cheesy 80s movie. It just had nothing to offer me at all. Not as offensive as the others, but I'm looking at this going, how the fuck is this Journey?
Weren't all 80s movies cheesy?
With what movies?
I said all movies from the 80s were cheesy, let's be honest.
Pretty much, yeah.
When you look back at them now, you think, I used to like that. My God. Number 7 for me is Mother, Father. I sort of like the way it starts and I like the feel of it, but it just doesn't really, I don't like how it just builds. I know they do great ballads, but this just ain't one of them. So,
Scotty.
Ding, ding, ding. Number 7, Mother, Father.
motherfucker.
Now, Mother, Father, whatever. Look, I put great vocals, but, and great lead, man. I mean, dude, look, there's elements. I will give Darren credit. there is elements of metal in this band. Elements. That lead guitar is metal. That dude can fucking play. I mean, he can shred the hell out of a guitar. It's a Les Paul too, man. That's something that can jam. But and of course, Steve's got that element of high pitch, but they're not a band that's built for metal. But they do really jab at hard rock. I will give them that. They do have some hard rock stuff, which we'll get to here in a minute. But Mother, Father, I think it's a decent ballad, but it's if you don't pay attention to the lyrics.
Yes. Good.
If you don't pay attention, yeah. You have to listen to this just as, you don't know what they're saying. It's a good song. So, yeah.
Darren.
I just want to be clear. I never said they were metal, right? I said Neil Sean has played metal.
Absolutely. Neil Sean's guitar work on Hardline's first album is fucking top shelf. I have no qualms with Neil Sean other than I guess he's a douchebag behind the scenes with the band, not the fans, with the band.
Right.
I don't know. He said, she said, who knows who's telling the truth. But Neil Sean's a phenomenal guitarist.
Absolutely. I was actually shocked when I found out that he was the guitarist, for Hardline. It's because I knew who he was, obviously, from Journey. It's like
biggest mistake he ever made was leaving that band.
Yes, I agree. Anyway, ring the bell because I'm going to match with you, Rob, for number 7 with the title track "Escape." I also have in my notes this is more of a dance synth than anything else. So yeah, but that pretty much ends the 4 songs on here. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4 songs that are just weaker for me. Like I said, I don't dislike any of them. Like Mother, Father, the lyrics are pretty lame, but it's still a beautiful melody. Like I said, I still think there's a lot of good elements to a lot of songs on here, but these next 6 are definitely, I wouldn't say playlists, but they're very good songs in my opinion going forward.
All right, well, let's do a deep dive on My Pleasure of Hatred. Certainly not the only reason, but a huge reason is being a lifelong Kiss fan. I have heard every unfair, unnecessary, derogatory thing you could say about a band, from the players to the singers to the songwriting to the fucking lyrics. So it brings me great joy when bands held in such high esteem by the critics have shit more god-awful than Kiss has ever fucking put out. I don't want to hear Log in My Fireplace anymore when the best you can do is Mother, Father. What the fuck in hell? It brings me great joy. That's all. When I hear bands like Dio and Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin, all the shit that we got to stomach on this fucking podcast, I get such value. It makes me so happy because I can point out all the hypocritical douchebags who shit on Kiss that their bands suck beyond suck. So
calm down, Scotty. No roid rage.
But anyway, everybody's got shit, man. I don't give a fuck what band it is.
Correct.
Yeah.
Number 6, this one doesn't get much hatred other than just very plain and boring with an almost non-existent chorus. Still They Ride. The killer thing is here, with the exception of Mother, Father, which not only are stupid lyrics, is a horrific name for a song. The song names on this album are fucking cool. You go into every song thinking this is fucking gonna be awesome. And they might as well have just called it Stuck My Thumb in My Ass. So you expected shit right to get go. I mean, go ahead, Dave.
Did anyone else you'd like to have a swipe at while we're going?
I'm just getting started.
All right. So it's
It's
like
been
3
a
or 4
while.
artists.
It's been a while since the hate trains rolled out.
I'm glad I could let you,
Thank you.
express yourself. What would you like next so we can express it a bit more? Tell
Go
me an
ahead.
album you really hate and we'll do it. Number 6 for me is Keep On Running. It's probably the last of the songs that I find less pleasing.
Scott, are you
just a-
tripping? Sorry, Dave. Scott looks like he's seeing a ghost. What the fuck's going on?
I got fucking lightning bolts flying all around. That goddamn house is shaking. My power's flickering. So yeah, man, it's fucking nasty right down here right now.
Okay, go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
God, we got some electricity today. Yeah, it's a very 80s sounding track. And that's not always a good thing. But yeah, it's probably the last of the ones that.
Which one was it?
Keep On Running.
Keep on running. Okay. Scotty, number 6.
Number 6 is now. This is where I start actually not hating, but I'm still not crazy about this song. It's the title track, Escape. There's elements of not bad in this song, man. The lead guitar is fucking good in this song, which he's good in just about everything he does. I will give him credit for that. They got a hell of a guitarist, asshole or not. The band is good. The erratic stuff that's behind me, they're tight with the good stuff, man. They're really good musicians. Steve Perry's really. I'm not shitting on Journey. I'm just shitting on some of the songs, man, that they threw on here. But Escape, we're getting better, guys. Journey fans, we're getting into me.
Darren, number
All right.
5.
Well, ring the bell. I'm going to match with you again, Rob. I also have Still They Ride at number 6. I think it's a decent ballad, but compared to the rest of the next 5 songs, again, are just much better. But it's Still They Ride. I mean, that's one of the songs that I could just, when it's on, just close my eyes and just relax. I mean, Steve's vocals are amazing on it. Anyway, it's very melodic.
It could have been a good song. The lack of an actual established chorus hurt this song.
Yeah.
This reminded me of a ballad he was writing for the radio, but really didn't have any ideas. All right, number 5. The last of the songs I can shit on, Keep On Running. Of course, when I hear Keep On Running, I'm thinking of an amazing song from REO Speedwagon. This is not that. Even on its best day, another generic, boring song. And this was the first one on the album where I had to just get irritated thinking I'm going to have to agree with Louis. His fucking voice is fucking unlistenable on this fucking song. So there you go. That's the end of my disdain for Journey on this album.
Can you stop publicly agreeing with Louis, please?
Yes. His head is going to be so big it's not going to fit in the frame when he comes
He's going to be
back.
sitting in his toilet right now going, I was right. Playing with his little monster.
And Godzilla.
Anyway, yeah. Well, I said little monster, didn't I?
Yeah.
Number 5 for me is Escape. I don't mind this one. I like the riff. Really like the riff playing in the song. And I think that's why it elevates to where it is. But yeah, this is the start of the songs that I think are good. And obviously there are a few that are just...
Beauty. Scotty.
Okay. The songs that I dislike, I guess I can put this in that category, but I don't really dislike it, but I don't really like it. It's not something that I'm going to listen to on purpose, but it's not something if I hear playing that I'm going to shit on. And you guys, I'm just one step behind you guys. Still They Ride. Um, it's it's not a bad ballad, but it's not a great ballad either. It's almost boring, if you want to put it that way. It really is just, still they ride. It's, I don't know. It's okay, but it's not. It's in the fucking middle, man. There you go. Still They Ride, number 5.
All right. I think, Rob, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to match for 3 in a row. Keep on
Oh, come on.
Wow.
I think this is, although I enjoy this song, I know you didn't. I mean, it may not be one of their most well-known songs, but for this album, I think this is their, I don't want to call it heaviest, but rockinest, right? I think this is the most up-tempo one on here. And I really enjoy this one. It is not REO Speedwagon's Keep on Running, but I still enjoy it. I think it's a very good song.
Okay. Now we get to songs that are actually Journey songs. This song, oddly enough, through all of the massive overplay of Journey through my entire life, and rightfully so, I had not heard until I started doing Lyft circa 2020. And it was on XM radio. And I had heard snippets of it before, but it was of a YouTube bar band video of Janie Lane playing drums while singing this song in a song Pre-Warned. And I liked that. And then when I heard this, I was like, holy shit, that's Journey, Stone in Love. This song quickly became addicting to me back then. Now, maybe I played it out. It's still a good tune, but I don't hold it to such a high standard anymore. There was or is 2 versions of it out. I don't know which one was first or why there's a difference, but one of them sucks. Kind of like Here I Go Again has 2 versions, a good one and a shit one, and then this good one. So the other one is just the timing is different. The pauses are different. It just doesn't flow as well. But this one is a great song. I kind of played myself out of it. And obviously, when the dust settles after all of that equal overplay, it doesn't measure up to the mega hits, but it's still a great song.
Damn
I
right.
apologize. I apologize for having it at number 10 then.
You fucking should.
Apologize for what?
He had it at number 10.
You got to be fucking kidding me.
Nah.
You are fucking kidding me.
I
Never
come
mind.
from a land
Never
down
mind.
under.
Shit on that one right off the bat.
Never mind. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so my number 4 is Still They Ride. I think this one suffers because of the other real big ballad on this album, but I still like it. I still think it's a great song. It's well sung as usual. Yeah. But as I said, I just think it pales in a comparison to the other one.
They were lucky enough to get a second ballad to be a hit after Open Arms. They should have called it a day there because, first of all, Open Arms, probably the greatest song they ever wrote and performed and recorded. One of the most memorable songs in history of all pop light rock.
Have you just
music.
given away your number 1?
No, I'm just saying they shouldn't have tried to hand a bunch of ballads in after that. They really,
oddly
because
enough,
even if they're good, they're not going to be good, right? Compared to.
and oddly enough, Open Arms was almost not a Journey song.
That must have been a Neil Schon decision.
No. Was it Michael Caine?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Good actor.
he had penned the chorus for that song when he was with the Babies. And they turned it down. They didn't move forward with that song when he was with the Babies. And once he joined Journey, then he brought that song to the table, and then they worked it into a full song and released it as Journey. So it could have been a Babies song.
And who knows, depending on how a singer delivers it, if it would have been as successful.
Exactly.
My uncle had that album, The Babies. And John Waite was in that group, right?
Yes. Yep. And they
That's
were good.
what- yeah.
They had more than one album, the Babies. And
Isn't It Time's a great song.
yeah, they had some good tunes.
Okay, Scotty, your turn, right?
Is it? I don't know.
I did
you
mine
just-
number.
Oh,
I did Still
Number
They
4?
Ride for number 4. Yeah.
all right. So it's
Scotty, number 4.
All right. Number 4 for me. Song, it's a ballad, big time ballad, Open Arms. And I like it. It's not my favorite ballad by Journey, but it's not bad. It's damn sure better than what the hell I've been through on this album so far. And I don't really have nothing bad to say about it. It's a perfectly mushy, lovey, just god awful, damn near break down and cry in tears fucking ballad, but it's not bad. It's sung well, it's played well. It's a good song for a ballad. That's it.
all right. For my number 4, I went with the song "Who's Crying Now." Another very good ballad from this band. And if my memory serves me correctly, my introduction to Journey songs wasn't even from hearing Journey sing their songs. It was that hack from Solid Gold. What was her
Oh,
name?
Jesus Christ. Is that Dionne Warwick?
Thank you, Dionne Warwick. I thought of her name the other day, and it's like I forgot to write it down. But yeah, she did this song on Solid Gold, and I liked it. And and I can't remember, that probably was 80. I mean, I don't even, when did this album even come out?
Very, very early 80s, because Kiss was on Solid Gold doing I and the World Without Heroes.
Yeah. So
Which I watched live to date myself.
right. And then of course it gave credit for it being a Journey song, and then that's when I think told my parents I wanted some Journey music, and that's when I started getting into music in general. But anyway, Who's Crying Now is my number 4.
Okay,
Hey.
Go ahead.
Question. What came out first, this or Frontiers?
Not a clue.
Let's see. I'll tell you here in a second.
This.
Yeah, this is 81. Frontiers was 83.
Okay. All right.
All right, my number 3 is the only other acceptable ballad on this album, and Darren has just touched on it. Who's Crying Now? You're lucky enough to get 2. Let It Alone. The rest of the ballads are completely watered down and a clear attempt to try to keep on running, no pun intended. But Who's Crying Now is borderline as good as Open Arms. I think what will always put Open Arms so huge in my nostalgia bank is that video. They basically created the lonesome traveling highway video for ballads that so many other bands have done. Kingdom Come, amazing ballad, very similar, like it was shot by the same producer on the bus showing the highways and stuff. That was help me out, Darren. What's that fucking ballad on the first one? Not What Love Can Be, the other one, the real emotional one.
From Kingdom Come?
Yeah.
Loving You, yes.
Yes. But anyway, Who's Crying Now is a great song. First time I ever heard this was on a K-Tel Express album. That used to be all the fucking rage when I was in my not 8 through like early teens
Had a
was
lot
the
of Kate
compilation albums.
Yes.
Had a big old freight train on the front, like breaking through glass or something, and it had this on it. It had "Love Is All Right" from Rick Springfield, which I'd never heard before. So many good songs. They couldn't do that today because I don't think there's 10 songs by new artists that could make up an album that would be worth listening to. But great ballad, Dave.
Excuse me. Yeah, we used to have explosive hits, and there was an album called Ripper, and it used to have a girl's ass with cut off shorts, exposed cheek with the names of the artists on it. Wouldn't do it now, of course, but it was great. Even if the songs were crap, the album cover was brilliant. So number 3 for me is Who's Crying Now. Great piano intro, haunting vocal from Steve, great melodic solo. Just a great song, and as you said, this would be the best ballad on the album, except
Yeah.
There's an elephant in the room.
All right.
Scott.
Number 3, Who's Crying Now? And it is the best ballad on the album, in my opinion. And it's greatly sung, greatly played, and it's just a damn good song. Yeah, I like it better than the other one, but I do like the other one. You know, they were kind of hand in hand there. And before we get to number 2 and 1, in my opinion, both of them could be 1 before we get there. So,
All right.
My number 3 is the best ballad on here, Open Arms. Great power ballad. Again, my notes have in here that Kane penned this while he was with the Babies, so this was almost something that never happened. And again, like Rob alluded to, if they had decided to, build this song with the Babies, the verses may have been completely different. The song may have not been as good at all. Who knows what would have happened with this song, but we may have never heard this song sung by Steve Perry, but great song.
All right. Number 2, just one step behind Darren again. Open Arms, for all the reasons I already discussed. That video is just epic. The song is epic. It's just a staple of my childhood, being one who spent like 1st or 2nd grade through like 7th or 8th grade every Friday and Saturday at the roller rink. This was one of the ultimate couple skating songs. This and You're the Inspiration from Chicago. Boy, they just don't make ballads like that anymore. I don't give a shit what genre you're in. They just don't. Fabulous song. Dave.
I'll say my favorite roller skating song was Born to Be Alive.
Yes. Patrick Hernandez.
Yeah, Hernandez. Yeah.
hey,
The
and another
only hit
thing,
he ever had.
how many times did you either go all the way and get pretty damn close with this song and a chick, bro? I mean, this was like the aphrodisiac song, bro, back in the day.
Yeah. If you had a mood music for the ladies while you were planning your moves, this was definitely on it.
Don't think I had a song playing when I had my first leg, because it was in some bushes. So, and we didn't have iPods or anything back then. So
You didn't have a Walkman strapped on your head?
It was. I don't even think we had them. It's just the sound of grass and sticks. So, yeah. Number 2 for me is Open Arms, the best ballad on the album by far, and probably one of the best ballads of the 80s, I would say. There's just nothing you can fault on this song, and it just shows how great the number 1 song is, that this wasn't number 1. So
yeah, and Valkenhard, yes, we are all flaming homosexuals for liking these ballads.
Homosexual with no guns.
Yes. Go ahead, Dale. Dale. Jesus Christ, I was just dealing with my work stuff here, and he was texting me. Scotty.
Dale Earnhardt, man. Yeah. But
All right.
anyway, I'll take it. But anyway, look, these two songs here are playlist fucking perfect songs. Fantastic songs. Two of my favorite Journey songs, period. And I've got a few more on another album, but we'll get to that one day. Number two, this is probably the heaviest song by Journey that I know. No, well, not fast, but heaviest, with a groove and a great beat and a good rocking riff, man, and sung to perfection. And it's Don't Stop Believing, man. Fucking great. I've loved it ever since I've heard it the first time, and nothing's changed from then till now. That's a perfect song by them, and too bad they couldn't have really made this whole album like that. So, yeah, nothing to pick at.
Well, it's the first time that Scott's been right today. Don't Stop Believin', Journey's probably biggest anthem. One of that opening to that song, I don't think, once you've heard the song, I don't think you can mistake it. It's, once you've heard it again, it's so damn popular, but it for a good reason. It's fucking good. Everything comes together so well on here. Well performed. I mean, vocally, musically, but it's just not my number one. So Don't Stop Believin' is number 2 today.
Okay. My number one, again, a step behind Dayron, is Don't Stop Believin'. This probably is my favorite Journey song, depending on the day, mixed with Wheel in the Sky. But this song is just epic, and probably the only song I can think of that has such an epic recognition by title, even though they don't sing the title till like the last minute of the song. It's just amazing that the chorus isn't even fucking needed until the end, and then when it's there, it's like one of the most sing-along choruses ever. One of the greatest, like Darren said, anthem songs, whether it's sporting events or your feel goods movie story types.
So many movies, TV shows, sporting event. It's been everywhere.
And Neil Sean's echoing in and out lead guitar bits in the first minute or so is just amazing. Not complex, doesn't need to be. It's so spot on and adds so much. This is, like Darren said, just a perfect fucking song.
Well, Rob, you can see why we're the brains of the outfit.
Yes.
Because number one is Don't Stop Believing. Great keyboard intro versus a fantastic epic chorus. It's so pleasing to the ear, and I think this is one of those earworm songs. Once it's in, it's hard to get out. I listened to it the other day. You know, I hadn't heard it for a while, and all day I could just hear it in my head. And yeah, which is good. That's a sign of a great song to me. Is that one?
Yeah, I mean, there's earworms like Wheel on the Bus, right? Yep. Doesn't mean it's good. This is one of them good. Ate, I think I know what your number one is, and it has to do with a pebble.
Is it my number 10?
This song here is a fucking let's get up and go, brother. Let's party.
In my opinion, that's at least I've heard it's their heaviest song I've ever heard.
It is Don't Stop Believing was my number one, but this song here, the whole time we was down there at the beach, man, this song kept coming up on the playlist, and I was rocking it every time, flying around on my golf cart, just blasting everybody out, man. I didn't give a shit. We was rocking everywhere we was going, and so was everybody else. Whoever wasn't playing it, boom, boom, shit. But we was giving it back to them, bro. We wasn't letting them get away with it. But anyway, that is my favorite Journey song of all time now, and I've always loved the song, but that is a song that just makes you want to do something, makes you just want to freaking have a good time, man. You cannot be depressed and listen to that song at all. It will bring
It,
you out of it if you are. And
it
it
made
is
me.
a
It,
hell of a
it
song.
made.
The music is fantastic. The chorus, the trade-offs, man, is fucking perfect in this song. Love it. It's perfect.
What song was it? You never actually said the song name. What song was it?
It's Stone in Love, and it's also my number one. Not number 10, Dave.
I was just going to sit here until the situation played out. I knew what he was
Wait.
talking about, and I
I
knew
know, but he
never
didn't say
said
it.
the title. I know.
Oh, I didn't say it. I didn't say it, did I? Hey,
I have to question all my life choices at this point if I match up with Scott again.
Yeah. Wow.
But it is and has been my favorite Journey song for a long damn time. And I did not hear this song too early on, obviously, in my music career with Journey, because obviously I heard all the hits first. And for the longest time, probably Don't Stop Believin' was my favorite song. But once I heard Stone in Love, it was all over.
Should have been. You should have just turned it off.
No, because it's a great fucking song. Dave,
Yeah.
you and I have a lot of similarities in our musical taste. I don't know how you could have been so fucking wrong on this one.
I'm telling you.
It is not a complex song, but everything comes together so well. All the instruments, the vocals, the chorus is smooth as fucking silk. I
didn't hate it.
Number 10, Dave.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but you know. Yeah,
What
10.
the-
But
It's-
there's songs like Mother, Father, Dead or Alive, Lay It Down, and you put Stone in Love at number 10.
Just the way it hit me on the day.
Did you get up and hit the crack pipe before you listened to the fucking album first? Or
No,
what?
I had it the night before. So I woke up feeling a bit off, but
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
A
Scott.
lot.
I don't really smoke crack. I lick crack. I don't smoke it.
Oh, what?
He's an ass eater.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Not that crack.
Well, there we got Journey Escape. I think my irritation and anger was much placed like Van Halen because I had such high expectations. In this case, based on the body of work I had heard. In Van Halen's case, based on the braggadocious bullshit we've heard from every fucking critic in the world. So when you hear something that doesn't even come close to living up to your expectations, it pisses at least me off even more, and it gives me the green light to just fucking throw down. So it's probably not as bad of an album as I heard it to be, but the damage is done, man. When I heard dozens of great Journey songs and then I hear this lackluster shit, it's going to sound that much more offensive.
The good thing is, though, Rob,
Yeah,
is
well-
your mood got a lot better at the end because the songs got so much better.
Better songs, yeah.
Look,
Oh,
I'm not saying it's a shitty album because there are at least 3, 4 spectacular fucking songs on this album. So that's almost half. But here we go again. Why the hell did you put everything at the beginning? I mean, you really set people up for shit on this album. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
well, to
It's
be fair,
one
they
thing-
had,
it's one thing for
they had
burning
the
your-
worst song at number 2.
Number 2.
The
I don't have
second
the
song
track
on the
with me.
album's the worst song on the album. So
Which one is that?
Stone in
Stone
which
Love.
one? Oh, you're
So
out of
they
your
had
fucking
a
mind.
great song, and then another great song. That's good. That's how you want
The
it.
card I just drew for you, Dave.
Yeah. Hell
Hey,
yeah.
I got news for you, Scotty.
What?
In Adelaide in November, this is the great city I live here in Australia, we have our V8 Supercars Grand Final. And as tradition is, we have a Saturday night concert after the race and a Sunday night concert after the race. And on Saturday night, Lenny Kravitz is headlining. And on the Sunday, AC/DC is headlining.
Oh,
Yeah, bro.
So your boy will be there.
Wow, we need a report.
We'll get one.
All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Journey
There we
Escape. What do we got on tap, Dave, besides the second half of the Warning Saturday? Anything before that?
Well, we've got the Elder we need to do. It's the next Kiss one.
Okay. Didn't we
And
have an
we
album?
also have-
Didn't we have
we
that
have the
album
album
battle
battle.
that Darren was looking forward to?
We have the Motley Crue versus Ace Frehley. Did you know about that one, Scott?
Which one?
We got Motley Crue's Dr. Feelgood against Ace Frehley's 10,000 volts.
Oh,
I knew that was
See
going to
that?
be hard for you.
See that pain, Darren? That's why. Different kind of pain to your pain.
damn it.
Darren's just ignoring me now.
We need
So
to
what
make
is-
sure the day is storm free so you got a good connection, Scott, because I want to
Hey.
see all the anguish on your face.
Yeah, and I didn't know these things pop up down here. We don't get no warning. But anyway, I was going to say, today's the 17th, right?
Yeah.
18th, 19th, 20th, 21, 22. Whatever we do
count.
between now and the 22nd, we can do. But we've got to do a video on the 22nd.
Sunday.
Yes.
What's that?
Why?
What's the 22nd?
It'll be our 1 year anniversary.
Oh, yeah, 1 year
Are you
anniversary
fucking
show.
kidding me? Holy shit.
1 year, man, the 22nd. I went back and looked at our first video because I knew it was getting close.
Well, we
Well,
might
when
as
we
well
get-
make that a Kiss video.
When we go offline, we'll decide what that 1 year anniversary
Yeah.
should be.
All right. So, anyway, I think that's it for this. We're not going to tell you what's next because we haven't decided yet. So, stay tuned and thanks for watching.
Tunes